Oh my goodness. If you're under 40, this is going to be a life-changing moment for you. And if you're over 40, you can still get in on this. I'll show you how. But if you're under 40, this is going to be this is going to change your life. For only $100 a month, you were able to retire a millionaire. That's $50 per paycheck if you paid bi-weekly for only $50. The same amount of money we blow on Amazon without blinking an eye, the same amount of money we blow on a night out, that can lead you to millionaire status by the time you retire. Is it possible? Disclaimer, I'm just a regular YouTuber, not a professional, so use this information at your own discretion.
So if you're listening to this show and you are under 40 years old and you don't retire with $1 million, it's your fault.
We don't take everything we hear online for face value. We always want to do our homework and confirm, is this a soundbite, which we're all used to now in today's day and age, or will you truly become a millionaire by just chucking away $100 every single month? He's saying $100 in investment every single month will make you a millionaire by the time you retire. I pulled up the investment calculator so you can see how this turns out. So our initial investment is $100. We're going to invest it over 40 years. Estimated rate of return. Well, the stock market, specifically S&P 500, has given a 10% to 12% return over the last couple decades. So every calculation is usually based on that. Starting off with just 10%, it's going to compound annually. We'll be reinvesting $100 every single month. So our recurring investment is $100 monthly. That will give us, let's see here, $559,000. Okay, let's go with the higher end. I love going with the lower end so that I know worst case scenario, this is what it looks like. So let's go with 12% return, and that gives us $979,000, pretty much $1 million. I always compound annually, but if we change this compound frequency to monthly for 12%, you will hit $1 million, $1.1 million. But even if you compound it annually at 12%, you are at $1 million. And if we go with a lower percentage, 10% return, you are at $500,000, over $500,000. It's about time and compound growth. The benefit of being under 40 is you have time for this little money to just keep. It's like, I just baked bread. So it's like putting yeast in your investing. Time is the yeast of investment. Somebody put that on a t-shirt. Somebody put that on a t-shirt and pay me my residuals. If you're over 40, you can still get in on this, because when we say time, it's not necessarily age. It's more so the amount of time your money is in the stock market. I'm 41 this year, and the way Congress is going, that retirement age could be pushed out to 80 by the time it's time for me to retire, right? So at least get started now so that by the time you retire, you have something. And we're living longer too, right? So every dime is needed, every dime counts. Also, because we're over 40, we now understand the importance of saving for retirement, because retirement is just, not that far away to us anymore. So we now know how urgent it is, which means we are more likely to invest more than $100. The benefit of time is that we can put so little as $100 and it blows up to $1 million. But not having as much time, we would have to put a lot more than $100 every single month. I'll leave a link to the calculator in the description box below so you can play around with numbers to see the minimum you need to invest every month to hit whatever your target figure is, which who doesn't want $1 million in retirement? Even if you can only do 100, what we see now, or what we know from this, is that consistency over time yields a lot of money. So even if you can only do $100 every single month and you're over 40, it is still beneficial, because at least by the time you retire, who knows, probably age 80, we can get a lot of money rather than guesswork. If it's that simple and that easy to retire millionaire, why are more people not retiring as millionaires? Several reasons, and some of them Dave Ramsey pointed out here: not saving enough, right? The average American only saves 4.6% of their income Dave Ramsey is saying it has to be 15%. You may not be able to hit 15%. That can be a goal. But in the meantime, you can do more than 4.6%. And this is where you want to ask yourself where your money is going in regards to your income, right? If you're making a certain amount of money and you have a certain number of people in your family, 15% may not be possible, right? Because 15% of 100,000 is a lot different from 15% of $60,000, right? It's relative to your income, but at the same time, cost of living is cost of living regardless of your income, right? So you want to make sure you were getting rid of things that are weighing down your money. To have your money go towards things bring you money. Retirement seems so far away, and so we don't prioritize putting money aside for retirement. Also, we're not educated on things like this. Look at uh, no one broke it down this easily before until recently, right? So when we thought of retirement, having $1 million in retirement, it seemed so unachievable because it wasn't broken down to us like this. If we can afford to pay $50 for cable, we can put $50 away for retirement. When I look back at when I got done with school and I was barely making enough, I wasn't saving for retirement. And part of what I was thinking to myself was, I don't even have an extra $50. If I know then what I know now, how easy and important it is, I can, even if it were $25 every paycheck, knowing that that means I don't even have to worry about money 40 years from now in terms of retirement, right? So education, understanding how easy it is to save up money in the future is part of the key thing. So here's what not to do. Don't wait until tomorrow to start investing for your retirement. The any amount is better than none, right? But at least start with 100 every single month. And two, you want to invest consistently. You can't time the market. I should know. I tried. You can't time it for when things go down, then you can jump in. Because listen, first of all, you're not going to stay on top of the news to hear when things go down. And when things go down, guess what? Because we don't really have that much money, you are going to be fearful to jump in because you're trying to hold on to every dime because things are looking bad, and you know cash is king when things are looking bad. So chances are you're not going to jump in either. So just get it set up so every month you consistently invest in, and when the market goes down, okay, you still buy in, you buy in at a discount. And when it goes up, you're still buying in, and you would average out over time, right? But if you wait to jump in, all right, I'm going to hold on to 1,000, I'm going to hold on to 5,000. And when there's a crash, I'll jump in. Based on experience, I can tell you that's not going to happen. The benefit of the retirement account is your hands are tied. Kind of, you can't cash it out just because you need money. But this could be a regular brokerage account. If you have questions on how to set up a brokerage account, I addressed it in this video so you can see how easy and how unintimidating it is. Give me a like for this video because I know you have learned something, and I will see you in the next video. My neighbors are going for a walk and they can see through this window, so they can see I'm doing YouTube or social media. Oh Lord. Hello neighbors. Bye.